What's good, everybody? Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. My name is Corey, and today we're going to be doing a quick movie review for Novocaine. So if you're a friend of the channel, you follow the channel, I did a live video doing like a movie news recap a few years back talking about Amber Mid-Thunder and Jack Quaid starring in Novocaine, and I was very interested in it. Didn't get a chance to see it at theaters, but it's already streaming, and so I did get a chance to watch it at home. On my scores and my scales, Novocaine is good. It is a solid, fun little action movie. But at the same time, I can admit that it is not perfect, and it does have some glaring issues, in my opinion. Starting with the visuals, breaking things down, Jack Quaid, Amber Mid-Thunder did very good, in my opinion. But honestly, no one else in the film is noticeable. And if I'm really being nitpicky and, pointing out the things that are wrong as well as the things that are good, the villains of this movie suck. I do not enjoy them. The story itself is a pretty basic story. Nothing special about it. But there is a twist that shows up in probably about the midway through the film. And you see this twist, and it's something that kind of perked up me and my wife's ears. Like, oh, we didn't think that this would be a way y'all would go with some of these characters. One thing that is worthy of noting is that even though they have a pretty significant twist to a character, it doesn't really affect the ending of the movie. And it makes the movie kind of corny when you look at the final scene of it. But it was still cool to see that twist exist, where it existed, and look at how things would play out based on that one twist. Pace is always a big deal to me, and I would normally say this movie was paced very well, and it was, right up until the ending. Most people think when they hear pace, they think, oh, you want things to happen constantly and you want the story to move rapidly. That's not always the case. Sometimes pace is related to the fact that, hey, you need to cut it off at a certain point in time. This movie's biggest misstep is the pacing towards the end. They did not cut the film off when they should have cut the film off. They add, I want to say, at least 10 to 15 minutes towards the third act of this movie, right toward the end, and they leave us with more screen time for characters that are obnoxious. And I know that they are obnoxious because they are the villains of the film, but it's poorly executed obnoxiousness. It's bad dialogue. It's rough or shoddy acting, in my opinion. And you could have done without having that little blemish on the end of your movie had you just cut off these last 10 minutes and just have the villain end at a logical point. But they did the action movie, horror movie type thing, and they just kept bringing the bad guy back for, oh, he survived this, now we got an action scene. And he survived this, and now we got a hand-to-hand combat scene. Oh, he survived this, and now we got this gruesome finale. It's like, yo, he didn't need to add all that. You could have had him ended at a certain point in the film where he was pretty much taken out, but they kept dragging it on and making it longer when they didn't need to. Now, the big question is, can a movie going on too long sour a film? And I'll say yes. Yes, it does, because it leaves a bad taste in the mouths of the viewers. But overall, I will say that it was a fun ride to get to that last 10 to 15 minutes. And regardless of how sour those last 10 to 15 minutes were, this is a movie that I wouldn't mind watching again. It is something that I wouldn't mind putting on in the background if I just had the opportunity to throw on something action on Saturday while I'm cleaning up. This would definitely be something that I would throw on and take a few minutes and watch these scenes and watch things play out, and then go on about my day on the parts that I don't necessarily love, which are mostly the parts with the villains of the film. I think the movie was good, even though it's not top tier cinema. It was very good, and it is deserving of any, praise or accolades that it gets from people. I thought it was a fun ride to go on, and one that I wouldn't mind taking again. Those are all my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts if you have any on Novacaine. That's all we got for this, y'all. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and go watch something good.